Hey guys, it's Miles517. This is episode 237 of my series Things Build in Minecraft. Name this episode is Pool Bar. I'm gonna start off this build by saying this is gonna be hard to explain because this was a build that I made with Waffle. It was like a dual build, and half of it I didn't even make myself, so this is just confusing for me to make. And yeah, so I'm gonna do my best to explain it. So to start off, you're gonna go over by 13, and then you're gonna build down by 10, then you're gonna build over by 8, I do believe. This is where the confusion comes in, because this is a very weird layout, not the easiest thing. So you see after I place each like row of blocks, I fly up above, and that's to give you guys a moment to pause the video, kind of, look at the layout that I've made and see if that's the way it looks for what you guys have made. So just make yours look like mine. Easier said than done. So it's gonna be a weird layout. I do the layout on the ground where you see the cyan clay, the red clay, and the yellow clay, because that's just my guidelines. So if it helps you, it helps you. If not, I hope it doesn't confuse you. But yeah. So right here, this area where I'm placing the oak wood, dark oak wood, is the bar. That's just where the bartender stands. Pretty nice spot for him. And then these cyan stained blocks that I'm replacing with polished andesite in the grass is where the bar stools are. So that is in the ground. You'll take some stone slabs and place on top of that, because once you add the water in, the stone slabs stick out just above the water. It looks like a nice spot for the patrons to hang out and sit at. And yeah. So next, dark oak wood slabs just connected in between each corner blocks, because this is the bar itself. You want to use the slabs so you can see it's a little bit above. Nice looking bar. Whatever. I don't even know. Take some dark oak wood fences, build them up by 3 in the corner, and then you're just gonna connect all the fences together, and it's gonna be a fence roof, and it's just kind of like a nice little like sorta roof that covers you, sorta doesn't. It's like see-through. Not the most practical thing if it rained, but hey, it's kind of like a tropical thing, so you don't really have to worry about that. You want the sunlight to reach people, so you don't want this big roof. You want just fences, and it's a cool look. So it kind of fits in with the theme. So you do that, and then just back here in one of the blocks, just place trap door. I do it on the right side because I want the brewing stands that go back there to sit next to each other. So do it like that. This right here is kind of where it's going to get confusing. You're going to delete the first level of dirt in between, because you're going to add the water in first. Because I don't know if the water still does it where if it's like 2 blocks deep and you add water, it will not fill the pool properly. So I delete the first level of dirt, add all the water in. It's gonna fast forward here, just gonna add it all in, and then once you're done with that, you're gonna delete the next layer of dirt, and all of that you're just gonna replace with polished andesite. You're pretty much gonna want the pool to be 2 blocks deep, and then everything that was dirt replaced with polished andesite, so that it so it looks neater. Because dirt at the bottom of a pool, kind of gross, kind of messy. So right here you're just gonna see I'm gonna go to town, delete all this. This is gonna take you some time. It's pretty tedious, so if you want to just watch this through and then pause the video and do this yourself, you can do that. And so you're probably wondering, there was one part of the pool that was open. It's that one corner with like the yellow clay. That is where you're going to put a sort of like a waterfall sort of deal, but it's definitely kind of hard to make. There's no right way to recreate it. It's just one of those things that you're going to wing it and you're just going to make. And all you're going to want to do is just have some flowing water. So you're going to see in a little bit my version of recreating it. The original one Waffle made, so my version of recreating it was definitely like not up to par. It looked pretty bad, so I do a flyby of the original one, so you guys will have a moment to pause it if you want to, do your best to recreate it. But I just say wing it because it doesn't really matter. All you want to do is just have some flowing water. So right here, you add some like shrubbery around the edges of the pool. You just use jungle wood, jungle leaves, and some glowstone. And again, there's no right way to do this. You just add it in, make it however you want. I'm no expert on making bushes. You guys might think mine look hideous. You guys are professional at making your own, whatever. So just add these all around. You just want the glowstone in there just to add some lighting. It's also a nice way to kind of like hide the lighting, so you don't have to use a ton of torches. It's completely up to you. This is like a tropical themed thing, so torches would like kind of fit in like a tiki bar sort of sense. So you do you. And right here, this is where you do the waterfall sort of deal. You're gonna see how I make this. You do not have to follow me on this block for block. This is just open corner of the pool. You make your own little waterfall thing. That's pretty much it. So, just kind of wing it, follow along with what I do, whatever. But pretty much all you want to do is just have a nice little flowing water, because I think it just kind of like, it's a nice little thing to add, a nice touch. It just makes it look nicer than just all this water just stood still. Like, you know, flowing water looks cool. Waterfalls are cool. That's pretty much it. So you're just seeing I'm playing around with it, just trying to make it, you know, make it look good. And yeah, you'll see the flyby of the other one. Like, you can even see in the background there. It looks a lot nicer than mine. Yeah, fast forward through this just because this was just a headache to make, but you know, it all comes together in the end. But I will say the original one looks a lot better than my version of it. And obviously all the dirt there you want to replace with polished andesite. You can use whatever block you want. If you want to use stone bricks, polished andesite's fairly new, and I'm a big fan of the block. I think it looks really nice, so that's why I've been using it in a lot of the builds. And then just add a couple glowstone blocks in there just to make it look nicer. And so this is the original one that Waffle made. If you want to pause the video, looks a hell of a lot better than the one I made. But like, hey, I didn't make the first one, so I didn't have practice. He's pretty good at that. And this right here is just the walkway that leads to the pool. Again, this is one of those things you will just place random blocks in whichever fashion you want. But I use jungle logs, glowstone, and polished andesite. I didn't use polished andesite until the end because I kind of forgot that you used it. You can kind of see it's a little bit too much like wood and it looks kind of ugly. But once you add the polished andesite in, it looks a lot nicer. And then right there, those 2 blocks in the water, that's like a step down for the pool. So you know, get in the pool and get out of the pool. It's just like a step for you. And you know, just add the polished andesite in whichever way you see fit. Next, take some dark oak fences, put them on each side. This is just where you add some torches. I also forgot to add torches on the corners of the fence roof. At the top of the fence roof on each corner, I forgot to add torches. You can see in the background there. Let's put one on each corner. It's just another thing to add some light source. You can do it. You can not do it. Completely up to you. And also just some flower pots in front of each stool, because that's like, you know, a person's cup that they have. And then the brewing stands in the back, because you can't have drinks without the brewing stands. And this right here is something that Waffle made. It is like a man-made palm tree. You build up by 4 fences high with jungle fences, and then 1 over and then 1 up. And then you do this weird leaf design, and it makes a cool palm tree. If you look at it, like if you only look at that, it kind of looks weird because it's like a man-made tree, but it definitely blends in with the rest of it, and I think it looks pretty cool. So it's entirely optional. If you're not a fan of it, you don't have to build it. But I think it's just one of those cool things you can add in. And yeah, pretty simple, not too hard. Might be a little tricky in survival trying to build it, but in creative mode, you can fly. And then just right here, just add in the water bottles, just because, you know, a little bit of detail. A little bit of detail when you can actually see the bottles. And that's pretty much it for the build. So also right here, the what's it called, the stools or the seats or whatever, add glowstone into those, because I forgot to. It adds a nice little bit of lighting. But yeah, I think that is it for the video, guys, and hopefully you guys were able to follow along. I hope this wasn't too confusing, because this is definitely one of those builds that was even a challenge for me to build. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please do leave it a like, don't forget to subscribe, and you know, see ya.